We're here with the great Jerry NARRON. Jerry, you're a lifelong baseball man. It's been a nice road. Baseball's been good to you, as they say, right?
Been very blessed, going back to 1974 when I first signed, so it's been 48 years.
Now, in those 48 years, there were a couple of ball players that I've spoken to, and they said that you helped them immensely in their career, which was Damaso Garcia and Domingo Ramos. What comes to mind when you helped?
It was first time I met him was in Fort Lauderdale, 1975 and 76, right in there. And Damaso had been a soccer player, I guess, in Dominican, and he came over, didn't know a lot about baseball, but he was kind of in a little extended program there in Fort Lauderdale, and he would make the games with us even when we were playing with the Fort Lauderdale Yankees. So just a long relationship with him. And Domingo, similar, where we played together in A-ball, AA, AAA, big leagues, and just a great time with all of them. And seeing these guys come over from the Dominican early in their career, not knowing much English, and I was the youngest guy on the team, so we kind of fit together, me being the youngest and those guys being the...
At that age, did you realize the adjustment that they had to make from the language, just the culture, just coming from looking politics, looking out for them?
Absolutely. It wasn't like today where they were exposed to a lot of English in the Dominican, and coming here, there was less Spanish being spoken. So it was a little more difficult for them. But they loved to play baseball, and we had that in common, so we learned a lot of words, in baseball.
Jerry, coming up from the Yankee organization, that must have been tough because they had so many great catches, and plus they had Munson around. Were you aware that, hey, it was going to be tough for you to get to the major league?
I just thought that's the way it was everywhere. I thought if I didn't hit a home run every swing in batting practice, I was going to get released. But no, it was all about winning. Taking a lot of pride in the organization and the tradition that the organization had. And Mr. Steinbrenner came into a game when we were playing in Tampa in 1975, and we had wool flannels. And he came in and gave us the pride and tradition speech that he gave to the day he died. And if we'd get our hair cut and look clean shaven, he'd give us new unis. Yeah, and he did the next day, brand new unis.
Now, with today's game, because it's changed since 74 to now, it's night and day. What's your thought on the catcher having giving the sign to the pitcher by
I like the pitch com. I'm a traditionalist, but seeing all the cheating that's going on the last few years.
Wasn't that the fun part about it?
Yeah, it was. When you're not getting cheated on, when you're the cheater, it's a lot better than the I don't know. But I like it. I have no problem with it. The big thing about catching is, about 6 or 7 years ago, Tyler Flowers, started putting his glove in the dirt and just yanking everything up, and that's kind of revolutionized some things. It's made, I think, poorer catchers better. It's made it easier for them to maybe steal strikes. But back when I was catching, if we'd have moved the catch the mitt that much, the umpires would have been sticking a foot up our rear end.
That's what I've always thought. I said, you know what, it's so hard with all the information that we're putting in today to these ball players. Do you think it's a little bit too confusing? I mean, too much information just to put into just one game, which is supposed to be hit, ball, catch, and run?
I like the information. I have no problem with it. You take as much information as you can, but at the end of the day, it's all about pitching, defense, and timely hitting. Those things aren't changing.
Bottom line. That doesn't change. Now, what are your thoughts on, let's say, Billy Martin with today's technology? How do you think he would have handled that?
He would have used it. I think I never played for a manager. I played for Billy Martin. I played for Dick Williams, Gene Mock. I mean, these guys, and they all had information, but not the kind of information we have today. Some of them would have probably taken it from the front office. I don't think Billy would have taken anything from the front office. So,
that's what I thought. Now, lastly, I got to ask you, I'm sure that you, being a baseball man, you saw that movie, A Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Who would have you liked to call a game for? Who would you like to be behind the plate for pitching?
Oh man, the guy that
growing up, you always.
I wanted catfish hunting when I was growing up, and I got catfish, so that was a plus.
How was
awesome. First game I called, he said, "I'm gonna throw every pitch you want that you call for. If I don't like it, I'll just throw it so they can't hit it." So that took a lot of accountability, responsibility off me. But I don't know, any of the great pitchers. Walter Johnson, I'd have loved to have seen him. Christy Mathewson, I'd have loved to have seen these guys. I'd have liked to have called Babe Ruth to see how he threw, and any of the older guys, I'd have loved to have called.
You know, I always thought. I said, man, you know, I was talking to Domingo about that. I said, man, I would have loved to see J.R. Richards throw to you.
Yeah, no, I faced JR, so I know what that's like. That was no fun. But, you know, any of those older guys, it would have been, you know, another name I missed, Satchel Paige. You know, we didn't get a chance to see Satchel Paige. That would have been awesome to catch somebody like Satchel.
Hey, man, listen, man, it's an honor to be next to you, and thanks a lot for
Yes,
your
sir.
time,
Thank you.
And thank you for helping out all the Dominican ball players that were growing up. I mean, you led the way practically for them to, you know, be accustomed to.
Yeah, I'd get a half dozen in my little car sometime. It looked like a clown car when I let them out, but it was a lot of fun.
Thank you for your time and courtesy.
Domingo Ramos. Domingo Ramos.
Right there.
Thank you. Come on, man.
Is it on? He's it?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm at the ballpark.